So, it has come to my attention that this summer you caught a praying mantis and started raising it from a very young age.
That is very true. I caught him when he was only a small hatchling,
Right?
and now he has gone through 5 molts, and he's about 3.5 inches long.
How small was he when you first caught him?
Quarter of an inch. Oh,
Quarter of an
like
inch.
that.
I think it's tiny.
Tiny.
And
Barely, you could barely even tell that he was a praying mantis, and now he's
And you were telling me that he's changed colors a couple times too, right?
That's true. When I found him, he was green.
Okay.
And then after a couple of molts, he developed a little orange-brown spot on his back. And then the next molt, he was completely brown.
Mm-hmm. And he's still brown?
Yes.
Okay. And what's his name?
It's Bratislav.
Bratislav. Why that name?
Well, I was Skyping with some of my friends who live in Prague, and they were suggesting different mantis names for him.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Katka suggested I named him Bratislav with a D, but over the Skype I couldn't understand her very well, and I thought, oh fuck, no, sorry.
Okay.
She suggested that I name him Bratislav with a B.
Right.
And over the Skype I heard Bratislav with a D, so I named him that instead.
It's funny that Dustin also was worried about cursing on this. Just talk how you normally talk. Because it's just that's the whole point. It's supposed to be like a normal conversation that a person would actually have.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so how do you feed it? How do you feed this bug that is like tiny?
Well, when he was tiny, he only ate aphids and fruit flies and tiny little gnats.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since he's so big, he has moved up to full-on house flies. He eats like worms, and today he ate a moth. He's eaten crickets before.
Does he catch all these things himself?
Well, I catch them in my backyard with a piece of Tupperware, and then I put them in the freezer for 3 minutes until they're stunned, and then I put their stunned bodies into Dratislav's cage, and then they spring back to life and start flying around or jumping around or whatever in there, and
that sounds really cool when you put it like that. You're trapping these bugs, and then you're freezing them until they're unconscious, and then you're feeding them to a larger bug.
My mom doesn't like it.
Yeah. I don't like it either. No, I'm fine.
It's kind of gross. He's like really big now, and it's gory, and
he makes a mess. Does he need a little mantis bib?
Yeah, he leaves legs and wings lying around and stuff.
Stuck in his teeth.
I don't think he has teeth, but
How does he eat?
he has little feeler things, like alien.
That's
You know,
weird.
like little fingers around his mouth that he uses to, like, put things in.
Are you going to let him mate? Are you going to put him out to stud?
Yeah, because that's an interesting thing. I've been referring to him as a he this entire time, but he's actually female. As I found out because of his body type and antenna and stuff, I realized that he's actually a girl.
So
And
how does
so-
he feel about this?
I think he's really coming into his own. He's embracing his femininity, but he's not, he's not defined by it.
That's good.
Yeah, so I think it actually helped him out in the long run.
So are you going to put her out to stud?
Yes. When I travel to St. Louis in a week,
Mm-hmm.
there will be nobody to take care of him anymore, so he's going to be released out into the wild. Except for my dad has sort of taken a shining to him, so my dad might decide to keep him.
Are you
And in
worried
that case,
about Jardislav not being able to catch his own food because for so long you've been catching and stunning his food for him?
not really, because other owners of praying mantises, they actually like take the fly in tweezers and then they hold it out to their praying mantis, and the praying mantis like takes it and eats it.
Talk
But
about spoiled.
I know Jardislav has been catching his own food. I just put it in there for him to catch. So hopefully those skills will carry over
So
into
why do you
the...
need to go through this whole stunning phase? Why not just catch them and just put them directly into his little container?
Because it's hard to transfer a fly into an open bowl without it just flying out. You know, I have to take the lid off, put the fly in, and put the lid back on. And if the fly was like buzzing around, it would just fly away. So it's for my convenience, not his.
Okay. Interesting. Is this the first bug you've ever raised?
Yeah, I previously was not a fan of bugs. I thought they were gross and scary, and I still do think those things still. But Jardislav has taught me to love just one bug, you know, so that's a step for me. Because before I hadn't loved any bugs before.
That is good. Would you recommend raising a praying mantis to anybody else?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a learning experience. You grow physically and mentally and emotionally.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Okay, well that's really good to hear.
Being a little bit emotional, actually. About it.
Right. Thanks
So
for telling
I'd
me
like
about
to
Jardislav.
end this.